Hey, what's up, guys? Halfway broadcasting from around the world in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and good luck to you watching this video. So, so sometimes people here they'll say good luck to you, and I think at times they'll say it unintentionally in situations where it just sounds strange. So an example is I was buying cat food one time, and I was buying this cat food that I never tried before. And when I was leaving, I was paying for, my cat food. I'm leaving the pet store. I pay for my cat food, and the lady goes, "Good luck to you." And I'm thinking to myself, like, why are you saying good luck to me? Like, I'm buying cat food. I shouldn't need any luck. Like, is there a 25% chance like my cat's gonna eat this food and they're going to explode or something? Like, luck should not be a part of this transaction. So, and other times, like, they'll say stuff like that, and it's humorous to hear. They're literally just meaning that they want you to have good luck for the day or in life. But sometimes in the situations they say it, it's a little bit humorous. So, that being said, I wanted to talk about luck a little bit, actually. And so there's actually a Khmer dude that I'm friends with here. He made a Facebook post, and to paraphrase him, he said something like, "What is weighted more strongly, luck or hard work?" Something to that extent. Now, for me personally, I believe the short answer to that question is simply both. I absolutely believe you need both luck and hard work to truly be successful. Although either side of that could be incorrect. So, to give an example, kind of something with me, going back to when I was in like high school and middle school, I played basketball for my school's team, and I was pretty like I don't know, I was, and I believe I still am decent at basketball. I smoke cigarettes now, and I'm not nearly as fast as I used to be. I'm not quite as athletic as I used to be, but I'm decent. But just going back to my school, so I mean, I would say like pretty easily, just in terms of like skill and athleticism, I was probably one of the better students on our team, even looking like, especially like in the earlier years, like middle school and then early high school. I only played until my sophomore year. I'll get into that. But basically what happened was I didn't play that much. In my 7th grade year, I played a decent amount. But then 8th grade, we changed coaches, or we went onto, the 8th grade coach. And what happened was, there were a lot of students, that made the team that were they just weren't good at basketball. They just were not good at basketball. And B, they weren't even athletic. Like, these weren't even kids that were like fast or strong or big in a lot of these circumstances. And what started happening is these kids were like, a lot of the times, the children of teachers or the children of members of the school board, and a lot of stuff like that. And it would make me like really angry because I know that I was a lot better than these kids. I would say easily, this is like no joke, I would say easily on my team I could handle the basketball better than anybody. I had really, really good dribbling skills. I could shoot decently. I was always small for my age back then. I didn't start growing until I was a little bit older. But still, like, there was no situation that I couldn't dribble out of. I had decent court vision, I could pass the ball. But again, like, I'd get so mad because I'd be sitting there on the bench, and then there'd be these, like, goofy kids that, like, had, again, it's not even like they weren't good at basketball, they had no athletic ability at all. And they'd get way more playing time than me, and then as time went on, it started getting even, like, more annoying. And then by my sophomore year, I was like, fuck this, like, I'm done. And it's crazy, because we had like a park in our town. Now, if I went to the park and like played these same kids, I'd just fucking destroy them. Not all of them. I'm not gonna say like I was the best like player. There was at least 1 or 2 people in our school that were incredibly good, but also, way bigger than me. Guys that were 6'4", 6'5", and I was like 5'3", so, or 5'4" at this time. I don't think I was probably like 14 or 15 by the time I like hit like 5'6" or something. Like, it was pretty crazy. And then I started growing to be like a normal human being. But that just like goes to show, like, even no matter how like good you are at something or how much you work, sometimes like if somebody ahead of you or somebody else that's in the same area of you, one of your peers, if they happen to know somebody, if they were born into a family that's more powerful than your family, they already are going to have more opportunities in life. They're going to have more options. They're going to have, just more stuff to go off of and more things to build off of right from the start. So that's like the luck side of it. And then if you're on the opposite side, then luck is already in your favor. It's luck. It's not necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. In some ways, I think that rules should be kind of tallied toward creating things more equally. So even if you are born very, very lucky, you shouldn't have 100 of times more opportunity than somebody that just happens to be born into like a lesser part of society or whatever. So that's the downside of luck. But then there's also like the upside of luck. So I've had a number of jobs where I progressed in the job and got like promotions and did well in these jobs. And a number of them was also just good luck. Like I've had jobs where I started working at a company and within 1 year maybe got like 4 promotions into like where I was in like a decent position in the company. And this could be positions that people have been working at a company for 5-6 years and working hard and really trying to get these positions. But some of what happened in actually two cases was I started a company just at the right time. I started not only at the company, but just happened to get put into the correct department. And the areas that I was working in were expanding, or we were starting to get like a new line of products, and they needed people to switch over to more like leadership roles. And I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Now again, I was working very hard. I showed good judgment, and I did well at my job was definitely one factor. But again, there are people in the company that maybe were in another department that have been there 4 or 5 years that have been trying to get the same promotion, and the opportunity just wasn't there for them because their department wasn't going through the same shifts that my department that I happened to be in were going through. So that's definitely the positive side of luck. And then there's hard work generally. I think that's absolutely necessary. But that's not to say that there's kids that are born into these, well-to-do families that get everything handed to them. They don't have to work hard for it. They get their, college paid for. They can, have a free ride to everything they want. They get a business handed to them one day. Even if it's not handed to them, like it's in like their family, whatever. And they always have resources. They're never going to run out of resources. Maybe in some cases if they really, really fuck up and their like family disowns them or something. But generally speaking, I think very heavily it's both. It's hard work, being good at what you do, and then also luck. Like almost like half of it, I would say, is also luck. So I'm saying this because if you're out there and if you're in a situation where you're like, shit, like I'm doing everything right, I'm working really hard, and I'm not progressing. Just remember, like although it doesn't remedy the situation, like that doesn't mean it's your fault necessarily. If you're doing everything right, it could just be luck. It could just be the position's not open, or the person that got hired for the position, or the person that got promoted ahead of you is good friends with the manager, or happens to be the cousin of the, vice president of the company or whatever. Like, but then, you have to look at it too. If you're be self-critical if you're doing a shitty job at something, then there could be a reason why you're not, getting promotions or making more money. Stuff like that. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. Don't get too down on yourself if you're doing the right thing. And, let's all, try to help each other and look at each other too. Like, just because someone's not doing great in their life or they're having like bad experiences, like it doesn't mean they're a shitty person or they're, not working hard or they're not doing anything right. There's only so much positive to go around. I mean, even if you look at an example like, let's say you have 20 people working at a business, and let's say 5 of them are working their ass off day in, day out, do every single possible thing right, make the best possible decisions. All 5 of these guys are killing it, crushing it. One day a position opens up for, let's say, like a manager position. Only one of those motherfuckers can get that position. It doesn't matter how hard the other 4 work. They can kill themselves and slave themselves every day. It's still not going to matter, right? So luck is going to come into that too, as to if all things being equal, probably the person who has the better rapport with the person who's making the decisions there's a good chance that they're the ones that are going to, get that kind of position. Which is why I always stress, be nice to everybody you work with. You never know who like your coworker is today, that tomorrow is going to be your boss, and that person's going to be the one making the decisions about your professional future. So try to be nice to everybody and have a good rapport with everybody and stay positive with everybody and have a good attitude. That's some advice that I can't stress enough, and I know that there's some people that are just don't get that. So like, I don't know, some people are just like, fuck everybody, like, and I'm working so hard and I'm doing such a good job. But it's like everybody hates you, so like don't expect too much more. I don't know. There's a lot to being successful. There's a lot to it, and I mean, not that I'm like a super successful person. I'm trying, I'm growing. I have a lot of goals for myself, a lot of things that I'm trying to attain, a lot of places that I want to go, like metaphorically, or maybe even literally, and things that I want to do. So I'm still on that same path, so don't take me as like some kind of guru. It's like, hey, this is exactly what I did, and now I'm a multimillionaire. Because that's just not accurate. But I don't know, I think I have a decent track record of pulling through on things. All right, guys, this is Halfway broadcast from the world. I hope, wish you guys good luck. Peace.